there's a few things about eye darts. Like, first off, they're darts, so they happen really quick, 1 or 2 frames with a really tight ease in and ease out. Like, you really want them to like click into place, but you're going to keep just a little bit of keep alive on them, ever so slightly, like pixels barely moving. But something that can really be troublesome is like figuring out where to do them. Like, you don't want your eye darts to feel like they're just ping-ponging back and forth. So that's why a lot of people like to do this triangle thing. And basically what that means is that your eye darts are always moving. Like, if you're here, like, you don't want it to just go here and then back up to here. You want to always be building these little triangles and keeping them varied. Maybe they goes way down, over, and then back up. You never want to just have things ping pong back and forth. So like when you do your eye darts, I like to go in and like just sort of sketch in a triangle just to get started and be like, okay, cool, I'm starting here, and I want to go here, and I want to go here, and maybe come back up if you need to come back up. That's kind of a good way to get your eye darts to move around and then end up back where they are. But after you do these 2 moves, you can have them come up. If you do this kind of square thing, treat it more like a rhombus kind of shape or like a parallelogram. Just something that's not this. You don't want your character's eyes, at least personally me, I don't like when they do this thing. I think it needs to be more varied. The 2 biggest things is quick, snappy, and irregular. Even when you do this triangle, you don't want too many, you don't want it to be too perfect. Like this drawing here, like I wouldn't recommend having your eye darts go in shapes like this. You do a triangle, something more irregular like that. We're just trying to fight that idea of roboticness. So irregularity is your friend. The tendency is to make them too soft, and especially if they're not moving that much, you need just 1 frame moves to get it to pop. But I think that's how I always start. I always start like just frame 1, it's here, frame 2, it's here, and then when I'm polishing, I'll go in and just like, build in those ease-ins. And if I need it in between, I can do that. Like if you have a more cartoony shot and you have a character whose eyes over here, and then they go here, you're probably going to need, an in-between, and you might stretch it a bit, but those are special cases. I think it's a good starting point, just 1 frame, and then we'll polish it up as need be, versus having something that's mushy and trying to finagle it into something snappier. Also, another little side note with eye darts, the whole eye mask works together. So that includes eye darts. So when a character's eyes are shifting, you're going to want, the lids to adjust with it. We might have a lid shape like this for that first frame, and then as the eye moves over, these lids are going to sort of relax a bit because they're not being pushed against, and then we're going to do that. We're going to adjust these lids up a bit more because it's as pressed against this side, because that little sort of lens is pushing those lids around. So you want to do ever so slightly every time you do like a little eye dart, just a little bit of adjustment, some pixel drift, and very slightly shape change in your eyes, especially if that's all that's happening. If the character is sitting still and eye darting, you want to build those things in.